Zog zog nom noms. It's Big Mac Armstrong here from Madai Miniatures. Or maybe not. Today is the 15th, so it's a diecast mafia build. We are back with diecast mafia, and we're gonna be mixing it up because it is still Orktober and I want to bulk up my Orktober builds. But what we're gonna be working on is this. We're gonna convert it into the funeral car for orcs, yeah? So you're gonna have an orc driver and a casket in the back, and you're gonna figure out, what else to make it more orcish. But it's gonna go for my orcish society build, yeah? Let's just jump on the table and start building. I think that I have a couple of pieces prepared. There's gonna be some cutting and gluing and necessary. So let's just go there, yeah? And let's be with us. So you might be wondering how I want to make this a diecast / orcs, yeah, and into funeral vehicle, yeah. So I'm gonna keep the color. It is close enough to black. I know it is just a dark metal, yeah. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut down this, make a floor in here out of the plastic art, and then we're gonna go and put a casket on top of it. So it's gonna be sitting just at the side of the window, yeah, and should be just high enough. I know that apparently in here only this open, but we're gonna be just putting a little bit of a hinge in here, pretending that the entire back is opening upwards, or that this is opening this way and this way. Yeah, so I already have decorations for the sides. I just need to finish painting them. They're gonna go covered. They're gonna make it more orky, and we're gonna have orcish driver. And where is he hiding? Because I did choose a mini for it. Yeah, so I have this. This guy is from Assault on the Black Ridge. I have like 6 of those boxes, so I still have plenty boys and knobs from that box. So what they're gonna do, cut off his legs, basically just shorten him, yeah, and stock him into the chair. I don't bother about the legs, I don't care about them, they don't gonna be visible after we close the car. And we remove the gun, yeah, and the weapon, and he's gonna be just sitting there, and we're gonna remove the top knob, whatever, to get him fit into the car, yeah. So I'm gonna be back after I do the modifications that you mentioned about. So it took me a little bit longer than I was expecting, but we have the driver sitting in his driver's seat. I decided against the gasket and I just put the corpse on the plate. He's gonna be just fitting in here. But first we have to actually paint him, because otherwise, like, his head is actually touching the top of the car. So, he's gonna be visible from the windows, but barely ever so. I have to cut out this because it was too much. And then we're gonna use those two in here. This is a knife and this is like a spike from one of the vehicles on the front, and we're gonna add those in the middle of the hood to just have it, yeah, to make it more orky. And then we're gonna put those 2 plates that I showed before on the sides to give that, orky checker pattern. Yeah, but give me a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna black bomb all of that, and then we're gonna come to painting. Yeah, because I want to have this all painted before I actually gonna glue it to the car. So now that I have everything, brushed and dry, let's just paint, give it a quick paint job. So the chair, I didn't like it in black, so we're gonna go with brown, as I'm assuming that they are using a squeak leather for that. Of course, the uniform is gonna go, the clothing on them gonna go yellow, because they are my, the Bad Moon. And skin, I actually gonna go with those ones as a green skins, not as a red skins. But I'm gonna be mixing and matching my orcs in the future, having them in few different colors. I actually saw a video of somebody painting orcs in blue skin and it looks awesome. So, I'm not necessarily opposed to trying different colors. If any of you have a crazy idea for a color of the orc skin, yeah, because we're gonna be staying, you know, within the traditional bad moon color, yeah, so far. When it comes to the other stuff, I'm happy to experiment. Yeah, like purple skin can work. And you know, having one or two oddities in your army is not a bad thing, inherently anyway. So that's the leather. And I'm thinking that I can do the loincloth on this guy. And yeah, pretty much just the loincloth and the belt in brown. As you can see, I already painted metallics because it's always easier to just quickly dry brush them, and yeah. And to be honest, this guy gonna be barely visible anyway, so I can omit from paint job as much as I want. The same with this guy, you know, because they're gonna be inside of the car. Maybe the shoes in brown, since I already have the brown out. Otherwise I would be looking for black probably, and that's gonna be a nightmare to find because, well, I know where it is, so it's not a big problem, but still gonna waste some of the time that I don't have because it is already after midnight. So yeah, I'm rushing through this. Oh, and Ron is saying hello to everyone again. Need some more brown because they are like a couple of little details that I have to still pick up, like this wristband here. And just in case if someone gonna be really looking into the car and be really curious, come on, why don't you focus? Sorry, my phone is just not really acting up. One of those days I'm gonna splurge and buy myself a proper camera. Yeah, it's just at this stage of my life it's fairly expensive stuff for me and not really something that I can afford. There we go, that's the browns on this guy. On this guy we're gonna be painting most of the body yellow. I mean, you know, the shirt and whatever else. Yeah, but this hand it have glove and this hand have a wristband, so we're gonna just go with those two in brown as well. And we're gonna just put that gloved hand completely in brown. It's gonna make it easier on us. And as well, you know, that hand after the doors are closed is completely invisible. So yeah, as you know, like this arm is completely in the wrong place as well. It's just, yeah, it wasn't the prettiest assembly. And I have to bend the both of the arms because they were like, if I leave them in the position they were originally, he would have one cold shoulder and the other one would be just sitting on the chair without really doing much. Okay, now where is the orc skin? Yeah, I'm not really gonna be taking my time with that. Again, just quick slab of the green on the guys. So, and you know, this guy, the driver did lost one of his ears in some combat, I assume. Yeah, that's because I cut off the top knob and he is earless. Top knot, not, I think. Sorry, I still don't know how to call that thing. Yeah, top knot, I think it is. If you let's comment on any of my videos, I'm gonna be answering them today. Well, after I finish my job in the morning and, you know, after I come back from doctors, because I have to go to doctors on my regular checkup again. which is a waste of time, but you know, it's just life. You know, the older you get, the more medical checkups you have. And we're gonna go the same with this guy. Actually, this guy is quite cool assembly because I use the body of the grot herder from the grot box. The head, I think, is from what do you call them now? From the either art boys or just regular boys from Warhammer Fantasy. And one arm is from the new Beastie Boys, or not Beastie Boys, the normal boys from the Start Your Army set, yeah? The what do they call them now? Combat Patrol set. And the other arm is just from like old, very old. Well, no, Assault, not very old, Assault on the Black Ridge. So this arm is Assault on the Black Ridge. This one is from the new Combat Patrol. Okay, and that's pretty much for the. This is done for the skin. Let me just wash my brush, clean this off. All right, and now the last paint. You know, like I said, it's not a fancy painting at all. Zealot yellow, yeah. And you shouldn't really apply those paints so quickly after each other, because they may actually start mixing, and you know, then the effect gonna go to hell. But I'm hoping for the best, because it is 10 to 2 in the night, and I'm starting my shift at 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'm already late with this build. But I want to finish it for today, like I said. So, of course, you know, they are wearing yellow because they are part of my clan. And this is, you know, the most ceremonial clothing that they can have, even for a funeral of their beloved, you know, grot herder who got, you know, attacked by a band of, you know, grots who, you know, unalived him. There we go. Like, I wouldn't ever say that any of my orcs would be killed by a space marine or something like that, you know. If the death in the colony happens, it's only grots. Or squigs. Yeah, you know, the famous, you know, who gonna eat whom challenge, you know, with the battle squigs, where they put the battle squig on the table and try to eat each other's faces. Yeah. Quite often, actually, orcs win in that, which is surprising. There we go. That's probably the simplest paint job I done ever in my life. Well, no. Sorry. I have to actually omit that. The simplest paint jobs I ever done in my life was for Gaslands, just dry brushing metallics. Yeah. So now, how to assemble that? It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be pretty, but we're just gonna go super glue inside of this thingy here, and here. And we're just gonna slap him in. Like I said, most of this guy gonna be pretty much invisible anyway. Yeah, then we put that together, and getting the driver in the position gonna be a nightmare. Oh, there we go. So we have our orcs inside. Oh wow, what did I do with the screws? Oh yeah, lovely. I forgot the back of the car, so I just try to get that in. Squeeze it in. There we go. That's fine. And now one screw. You know, the back one is actually more important one, but I found both of them. Oh, there was actually super glue leak here. That's what you get for using very small amount of glue like I do. Yeah. There we go. The car is somewhat assembled. We need to use those plates, so we're gonna put one here. It just, you know, to tie it up with the new grot tanks and everything else. I know it's covering the fuel intake, but who cares? It's orcs. They're gonna figure out the way. One of those probably is moving out, you know, to get the fuel in. And now the other side. I don't really think it is the most exhilarating conversion in the universe. Now we're gonna use this as a bonnet decoration. So hood just in here. And again, like I said, I'm not doing any paint job on that beside this, what is already done. So we have this. And then we're gonna add one on this side and one on this side. Just to orcify this, you know, with the teeth. So this one is actually just a knife, and this one is like a teeth from, I'm not sure if it was Grot Cannon or something. If we put it like that, we need to cut off those little knobbly knobs because they're gonna be in the way. And of course I pre-painted them to make the job easier when I'm finishing, yeah? Alright, and wow, actually you can see the driver through the front window. That's surprising. I was not expecting that, to be honest. I was thinking it's just gonna be blurry. Yeah, but let's just finish this up and go on the spin table so I can actually edit the video before I go to sleep. Yep. There we go. So there we have him, my Orc Undertaker car. Yeah. If you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, and do all of that magic shenanigans for the YouTube. Yeah. I think it was a fairly simple conversion, but I actually like it. It turned out fairly well. It's gonna work for my, you know, civilized orc society. Yeah. The only thing I can actually see a little bit that he doesn't have legs in the front. Yeah. But we're gonna skip over that. But if you like this video, you know what to do. And everyone have a lovely day and take care. Bye bye.